Hello everyone, I'm Minister Chad Davis and this is my lovely wife Jasmine Davis and we are JC Ministries and we're so excited to be talking with you today about our first real and relevant conversation, love. And as we have this discussion today, remember our focal question is, are you rooted? Our topic for today comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4 through 8 where it reads, "Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself. Is not puffed up. Love does not behave rudely. Does not seek its own. Is not provoked. Thinks no evil. Does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in truth. Bears all things. Believes all things. Hopes all things. Endures all things. Love never fails."
I am really excited that we are talking about love because anyone who really knows me knows that I love. And so I'm so excited about this today. We really kind of want this to be a real open forum, discussion. We're just going to kind of tell you what we think, and please let us know what you think as well. And so because I really love love, one of my problems is that I really feel like we live in a society that says that they don't feel like they really have to portray the characteristics of love all the time, but yet they can still label things as love. And to me, that confuses me because I grew up in a household where my grandmother used to tell us that, when you squeeze a lemon, lemon juice comes out. And when you squeeze an orange, orange juice comes out. And so I feel like when you're in a relationship and you're saying that you love each other, when you find your relationship tested, that love should come out. And we're living in a society where that's not always what comes out. For example, I feel like we're living in a society where we were taught, and some of us are even teaching our kids, that when someone hits you, then you should hit them back. And I'm just not very sure where that falls under the characteristics of love. Just because someone hits you, you now feel justified to not be kind to someone in that very moment. And not only that, we're also living in a society where not all men cheat, but when men cheat, oftentimes I hear women say, "Girl, a man just gonna be a man, but that don't mean he don't love me though." And I'm just trying to figure out where a man just gonna be a man falls under the characteristics of love. Just because you're a man, you now feel somehow justified to not portray the characteristics of love. Another example is that we're living in a society where a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women even think, or they pick a mate based off of what kind of car he drives or what his status is. And I'm just not very sure where that falls under the characteristics of love. So I'm just really feeling like we're living in a society that's just really kind of not taking love seriously. And so what do you think, Chad? Do you think that we're living in a society where people are feeling justified to not actually portray the characteristics of love, but yet they can still tell you they love you?
Yes, I do agree we're living in a society where love is not being displayed like God intended it to be.
Well, why do you think that is?
And I believe it's that way because of a concept called being desynthesized. It's almost like your challenge from last week. What are you filling your box with? Are you filling your box with going to church, reading your Bible, being discipled, really trying to walk this Christian walk? If that's not what you're filling your box with, the farther you are away from God, the more likely you'll be desynthesized to the things of God. And then individuals start living by their own standards instead of the standards God has set out for them.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And actually, this is really what I think happened. This is a good example. So, the way I said earlier that I really love love, my husband really loves Frosted Flakes. So here, I got some Frosted Flakes. Try some. Good?
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is what happens. We take something great, and we dirty it up. And then, do you want some more now?
No, thank you.
And it's nothing wrong with those Frosted Flakes. It's just the fact that I tried to offer it to you out of a trash can. And this is exactly what I feel happens with love today. Love in and within itself is this beautiful thing. It's awesome. And I think that we take this, put it in trash can, and then we try to offer it to people. This is why I feel the divorce rates are so high. Because we have two people who get married and they try to serve each other love out of a trash can. This is also why I feel that there's so many teen pregnancies and so many fights at school, because we have parents at home serving love out of a trash can to their children. So now when the kids go to school, they try to serve other kids love out of a trash can. And so the real question here is this: how do we step away from this trash can type of love?
I believe it brings us back to our focal question of, are you rooted? Just like we discussed earlier, of being desynthesized. The further you are away from God, the further you'll be desynthesized to the things of God, and vice versa. The further you are away from the things of the world, sin, doing things your own way, the more likely you'll be desynthesized to those things. And you'll be able to draw near to God, and you'll be able to display the love found in 1 Corinthians.
That's awesome. That's awesome. This really leads us back to me giving out a challenge. And so my challenge today is this. Over the next few days, I want you to really take a step back and analyze your love. Ask yourself, is it trashy? Or does it display the characteristics in 1 Corinthians? Thank you so much for listening to our conversation on love. We'd really like to know what your thoughts are on love as well, so please let us know. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, like our posts. Thank you so much.
Again, if you have any questions, concerns, or prayer requests, please contact us at jcministrymovement@gmail.com. Again, that's jcministrymovement@gmail.com. Have a blessed day.
Deuces.